Sorry about the mess, guys, but I was doing a huge overhaul on my entire setup, so I have a lot to talk about. This channel is going to be very different after this video.
That's right, and I'm back with a vengeance. Or a revengeance, I suppose, if you really wanted to beat that meme to death more. I actually gained some subscribers, so I wanted to quickly catch you guys up. I've been gone for 2 months from making content. Half of that time was spent relaxing, but another half of that time was just increasing my production quality, so I was hard at work with that in the background. And as a short treat, I figured I should show some of this stuff off. Let's try not to waste too much time though. The immediate improvement you might see if you're using an HDR monitor or even a newer iPhone is that, yeah, my videos now support HDR. It's not going to be perfect. I have a few kinks to work out still, but for the most part, it supports HDR. It took a lot of work and even a lot of money, but I'm very proud of being able to do so. So yes, this video, on top of all of my future videos, will be available in 4K, 60 FPS, and in HDR, and hopefully soon AV1 encoding. We'll see how that turns out. This is one of the things I'm most excited to do though, because I actually don't know many Capcom content creators that support HDR. The biggest reason is making HDR content is a pain in the ass, and there's not any good tutorials for it. As a matter of fact, I might just make my own tutorial, because that's how bad the ones out there are. Well, okay, there's some good ones, but they leave out a lot of really crucial information that I had to completely figure out from scratch. I made the video using HLG, so even if you're not on an HDR monitor and you're on an SDR one, the video should still look pretty good. I figured I should throw in a little bit of the unboxing process for my new monitor. It's actually an OLED, so it's very, very good for HDR.
Figured we would get one last little look at the old display. As you can see, it's pretty bright and it's pretty saturated. I tweaked it myself. It's not the most color accurate right now. Hopefully when I get the OLED installed, it'll be more color accurate. My PC, of course, is plugged into it over there. I really like this display. I've had it for a couple of years and it's served me pretty well. It gets pretty bright, too bright in fact. And I mean, it looked really good. This is an Asus, what was it, like XG438QR, I think that's what it was. Monitor names are ridiculous, but yeah, it's like a TV sized monitor. I'm actually going to be giving this away to a friend of mine. He was a cameraman in one of my videos, and his birthday happened to come up. And so I don't know what on earth I would do with this, so hence why I'm trying to get rid of it. This was a pretty good display for the money though. I think I spent, what was it, like $900 a couple years ago. It's 4K, it's 120 hertz. I mean, it's pretty good. It's got DisplayPort. It has HDMI 2.0, which is one of the reasons I'm replacing it, because I have an HDMI 2.1 GPU. I do actually need the bandwidth though. The reason I'm getting this new OLED display, as I'll explain later, is because I want to work in HDR. And, you know, naturally, I need 10-bit color for that. I can't do 10-bit color at 4K at 120 hertz with DisplayPort, let alone HDMI 2.0. So, yeah, hence why we have that. That has HDMI, I think, like 3 HDMI 2.1. Also a DisplayPort that's overclockable. I probably won't use that one, though. But, yeah, let's get this guy installed. Alright, so I cut it open, and I flipped it around. So hopefully we should be able to just lift it now. Let's see, there's a handle on the side, right? Yep. Oh.
I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for.
lot easier with two hands. It's almost like human beings have evolved to have two hands for a reason. Let's see, let's check this out. Oh my god. All right. No more unboxing footage. This is clearly going to take a lot more effort than one singular hand.
The next thing I have to talk about is branding. Yes, you saw the intro in the beginning. I made that all by myself. I really wanted to give my channel a sense of identity, and it's very much based off of my own personality. So it has a red and black color scheme, and it has a whole heavy metal vibe, which I really like. You guys might find it really cheesy, I'm aware of that, but I don't know, I really like what I've done so far. Another cool thing is I've completely changed my software suite entirely. I actually don't use Premiere Pro anymore. I've switched to DaVinci Resolve, which has been working way better for me, I'm going to be honest. There's a video about E3 I'm releasing alongside this, and that video was a nightmare to edit because, well, it's purely because of Adobe. You know how it is, it crashes a lot, you lose a lot of progress pretty often, it's very annoying. It seems to not even matter how often I save or not, I still somehow lose progress. Before I spend a good couple minutes talking shit about Adobe, I better stop it there. Just the free version of DaVinci Resolve was making me so much happier, and I ended up liking it so much, I actually went and bought the studio version. What makes this relevant to you guys is I should be able to make videos a lot faster, and I should be able to do it with a lot less frustration, which is going to motivate me to make more videos. This goes somewhat in hand with the whole HDR thing. Naturally, an HDR video requires HDR footage, so I'm updating my entire suite of footage stored on my hard drive. While I was at it, I figured I would look into ways to make my footage stand out and be more unique from everyone else's. Which is why in the footage you're seeing now, I have both reshade and I have a turbo mod. This is going to tie into something I'll mention again later, but I really wanted to be an example of the PC experience with playing Capcom games. I'll elaborate on what I just said in a bit. But yes, my footage is going to look very different, and hopefully it looks a lot better. Now, if I can just actually get good at the games I'm playing, that would really enhance the footage a lot too, but that's going to take a while. I wanted people to be able to glance at my footage and immediately know that it's mine, though. I also made a lot of improvements to the hardware I surround myself with. This is less relevant to you and more so to me and making my life a lot more comfortable. It does seem that a couple people who have come across my channel are actually really curious about my setup though, so I figured I should throw some of this in there. Oh yeah, I got my Steam Deck. You'll see that in a bit too.
Apologies for the mess, guys, but I've got some cool improvements I made. For one, yeah, there's a white light bulb now. It's not annoying orange. But also, just a little tease for something coming in the future. I plan to record more videos in here eventually. As you can see, I kind of already recorded one, but that one was in the past. It was about these Street Fighter action figures from Fan Home. That's why all these boxes are here. But yeah, for that video I had to open the window. I had to open the window over there, but wasn't very intuitive. So I got a white light. So yeah, it won't be as annoying. All right, a few things have come in the mail, but a few things haven't. First of all is going to be this little monitorizer. That's actually going to be going over here under this display if it'll focus. But yeah, it's going to be going under that display right there. I have some upgrades for the microphone. This is just bog standard windscreen. I got it in red because I felt it would complement things. You know, I kind of have like a red thing going on in my room. And then I also have this guy. Let's open this up. All right, PogChamp unboxing moment. Oh, come on. Come on. We've got like a simple pop filter here, and then alongside that, just a shock mount. Hopefully this will improve microphone quality. Not quite sure. We'll have to test it out. But yeah, we're going to be installing it. We're going to be installing it on this guy. Hopefully it turns out fine. Alright, we got all those accessories installed onto my microphone. Makes it sound just barely any better. The difference is very small actually. But it looks more professional, so you know, I'll take it. All right, so my workspace has actually gotten a few upgrades. Let's check it out. For one, my microphone arm. I don't know if you can see it. I had to install some metal brackets here because this microphone arm was actually chewing up the table. I'm thinking of uninstalling this, turning this table around, and then reinstalling it just so we can kind of get all these chipping out of sight. But yeah, that was there. That's a little improvement I made. This was maybe like, what, $4? Not a bad idea. And then that stand, I went and returned that last one because it was way too long. It was definitely kind of like overstepping it across over here. It was definitely overstepping its boundaries. So I managed to get a smaller one. And this one was like just perfect. Like my soundbar perfectly fits inside of this thing, which is crazy. That's actually it's actually pretty funny how all this worked out. This is the new OLED, by the way. OLED's been working great. I'm really a huge fan of it. It doesn't get as bright as my VA panel, but believe it or not, that's actually a good thing. I have a condition, let's just say, where like a brighter monitor is actually a bad thing for me. Like, sometimes stuff is too bright for you, right? Something's too bright for you, you kind of flinch and try to cover your eyes. For me, I have a condition where that sort of thing happens, except it's like 10 times worse. So, brighter monitor, or a dimmer monitor, I should say, is actually a good thing. It's actually pretty good that OLED doesn't get as bright. It looks a little washed out now, but when I turn off the lights, it actually looks pretty awesome. And the increased contrast actually really makes up for that lack of brightness. It makes it look brighter even though it's actually not. As far as the microphone goes, it hasn't made the biggest difference. This is maybe like the most underwhelming improvement I've made to my setup, but I mean, it's fine. It works. I actually got a new mouse. I replaced my we can say farewell to the ROG Chalk Room. I think I have the box for it up there, actually. Yeah, I actually put it back up in its box over there. But, farewell to that guy. We got here the glorious Model D wireless with the grip tape. I really like this mouse a lot better. This mouse has been a huge improvement so far. I've only been using it for a few days, but holy crap, I really wish I bought this mouse sooner. And it was cheaper than my Chalk Room too, so the fact that it's a better mouse is actually pretty insane. I actually have a keyboard in the mail, but I'm still currently using the ROG Falchion. This thing's all right. It's a little buggy though, which is hence why I'm replacing it. I'm actually replacing a lot of my Asus accessories, I've noticed. Asus's hardware is pretty all right. Like it's some of the best I've worked with. I really like Asus motherboards specifically, but man, the peripherals are just not they're not there, dude. But yeah, I mean, so far, the little minor improvements I've been making, these are just some replacement earbuds. I've always had these. It's just I had to RMA them, and then they just came in today. I had to go a month without earbuds, so that that made me pretty pissed off, but it works. That copy of Xenoblade Chronicles is a birthday gift, by the way. It's not my birthday, by the way. I bought it for someone else. This mouse, man, I can't sing enough praises for this mouse, I swear. I actually used to play Quake quite a number of years ago when I was like 16. I would have killed for a mouse like this, dude. It's really big, so like it suits the shape of my hands pretty well. I have like okay size hands, about average, maybe a little over average if you're being generous, but I mean, it's a pretty ergonomic style mouse. It's pretty large, but it's also like super light. Skates pretty easily too. Well, I can't quite show you down there, but yeah, damn, dude, I would have killed to have this when I was still into first-person shooters, especially Quake. This would have been pretty good for that. Is this it? Dude, I was like, who the hell am I getting a package from? Then I saw the name of the company on it. I immediately got pretty excited. Let's try to open this guy up. Bro, this is it. This is it. It's what we've been waiting for. Oh no. This is it. Here it is. Holy smack. This shipped really fast. Why did this ship so fast? I was expecting it to take a lot longer. I don't care. It's a good thing it came really fast. Damn, dude. Alright, well, reservation took a awful long time, so I guess maybe to make up for it, shipping didn't take that long. Really was not expecting this so soon, but I'm glad to have it. I'll take it. I have my fan running. I don't care. Let's get this guy open. Why do I still open stuff with one hand? Every time I've tried, it goes bad. Oh no. Here it is. Here it be. Back in my room again, I have a few more things I should show. First of all, I actually upgraded my 3700X to a 5800X 3D. So yeah, that upgrade actually went pretty well. I put, I think, a 1600X in this old box. Believe so. I upgraded a different PC as well, so I just have like a spare 1600X sitting around. No, I'm not going to sell it, by the way. I'm going to use that for later. And that thing I might use it for is actually contained inside of these. I have here a motherboard and a CPU combo. And then in here, another motherboard and a CPU combo. If you're following me.
Now to talk a little bit about short-term and long-term stuff as far as the channel goes. I actually did manage to snag an RTX 4090, and I plan to make a video about that soon. I'm probably going to be back ordering an Intel Arc A770 at some point as well, so look forward to that. I plan to make GPU videos about those, similar to my 6800 XT video. I'll presumably do the same with the new AMD cards when I get my hands on those as well. In the clips I just showed off, I also showed 2 motherboards, and that's going to be part of another computer project as well. I plan to build my own network-attached storage array to help me store all of this footage because, as you can imagine, 4K 60 FPS footage that's also in HDR and also being encoded at higher settings than I used to do, it takes up a lot of space. My 4090 is still in the mail as I'm recording this. Hopefully recording my footage in AV1 will help alleviate that problem, but yeah, I'm anticipating needing more storage soon, so I'm hoping to be able to build that at some point. But yes, that MATX board with the Ryzen chip in it is going to be running FreeNAS. The Mini ITX Intel board, however, is going to be running a Minecraft server. No, I'm not joking. It's actually going to be used for that. I'm not making a Minecraft server for my viewers, by the way. It's purely for personal use. I still live with my family, and they happen to like Minecraft, so it's better than buying a realm, I suppose. This is farther off in the future, but I plan to build a third computer as well. That's going to be a dedicated capture system. I don't have the plans fully worked out for that. I can't even guarantee I'll eventually build it, or if I'll just keep using a one PC setup. But that's a cool thing I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of perks to playing the game and recording the game on separate PCs. The main reason is I want to be able to encode my footage in full color instead of limited, just to squeeze even more out of that HDR. Only for YouTube to compress it to hell again, because of course they will. I forgot to mention, I said third computer and I actually mean it. The server and the NAS is going to be in the same case. Fantex Entho 2 Pro if you're curious.
Alright, we got the first one opened up. Just unfold it. Slip this guy out and let's check it out. The motherboard bag. I believe this is the Intel system. Let me see. Let me investigate this further. Oh. Alright, we got it unwrapped. I have it sitting on top of the CPU box. It's the closest thing I have to a motherboard box. This is a used motherboard naturally, so of course it doesn't have a box with it. That's all fine. This is an Intel Core i5 75. Oh, I can't fucking read for some reason. 7500. It's a Core i5 7500. What do we have here? Well, it appears that we have a motherboard box. Care to take a guess what it is? I see a 450 right there. Wonder why this big white... Why are these big white stickers here? That's really weird. Okay. Anyways. Oh, what are they throwing here? Throwing some SATA cables. Alright. Damn, did they keep all of the... Oh. Oh, okay. The cooler they used on this probably did not need this, so they just threw it in there just in case. But yeah, this one actually has a cooler already installed in it, which is unfortunate because I was planning on changing out the CPU. So they were being nice. Technically made me have to do more work, but that's not a big deal. It's just a cooler. Still very generous of them to sell this to me. But yeah, this is an MATX, so not mini ITX like the other system. This is an MATX system with a Ryzen 1200 inside of it.
There's a few more things I want to talk about before I wrap it all up. One of them is the vision for this channel, and this is that whole PC experience thing I was alluding to earlier. I have been watching Capcom content for many years, and I don't necessarily want to say I feel ostracized, but sometimes I feel alienated. And this is because a handful of the content that's out there doesn't really factor in playing these games on a PC. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not condemning people for making content for a wider audience, that's not what I'm saying. However, I never really was able to find a channel that focused squarely on PC. And this became even more obvious after my GPU video happened to get 600 views while I wasn't paying attention to it. I posted it expecting it not to get a lot of attention, but I happened to gravitate quite a handful of people who were looking at specifically that ASRock model of the 6800 XT, but also people who were just curious how it ran RE Engine games, because those games don't really get benchmarked very much. And it's a shame because Capcom's been making a lot of effort to break into the PC market. It almost feels like the RE Engine was basically made for PC. And then that's when the idea for a series kind of popped into my head. I decided I wanted to make optimization guides and I wanted to make GPU videos. My video about DMC also happened to get quite a bit of traffic as well. I imagine a good portion of the subscribers I gained while I was gone, I gained because of those videos. So if that's you, this will be pretty good news. You can absolutely expect more of those kinds of videos from me. I would absolutely love to make videos that help my brothers in the Capcom community playing on PC out. So my channel is going to zero in and focus on the gaming PC experience with Capcom games. And on the side, I would like to balance it out and reach out to a wider audience who isn't necessarily tied to PC by making some interesting industry commentary videos, sort of like what I did with my DMC video. It's ultimately all going to be Capcom related, so I imagine you guys will like it regardless. Actually, even if you're on console, you might still be interested in my optimization videos. As a matter of fact, I'm releasing an optimization video alongside this one. And in that video, I actually talk about how graphical settings work and even some computer science stuff. It's pretty interesting, or at least I think it is. Village especially is a little crazy. You'd be surprised how many of those settings are basically placebos. But yes, to summarize all of this, my content is going to focus on the PC experience with Capcom games, and I'm really excited to be able to do that. It's the kind of content I've wanted to see for years, so to be able to make it myself is, well, it's really surreal. So that's why in a lot of my footage you're also going to be seeing mods. Now, before I end the video, I have one last clip I wanted to show you. It's a personal thank you from me, and I felt it would be most sincere if I did it on camera. I actually gained a lot of views and a good handful of subscribers and comments while I was gone, and I really wasn't expecting that. Now, of course, I didn't make my videos because I wanted attention, but it really is cool to be validated by people. But simultaneously, I felt a little bad that all of this growth happened while I was away. Perhaps it's just the YouTube algorithm trolling me. That's totally possible. Regardless, like I said, I wanted to offer a sincere thank you, so please enjoy.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I'm aware I look like a Redditor. This is my usual hairstyle, by the way. It's just I have a little too much hair. So I wanted to come on camera and offer a personal thank you to everyone because it really means a lot. When I uploaded my first video, that happened, let's see, that was like back in July, I believe. When I uploaded that first video, it got handful more views than I was expecting. I was honestly expecting nothing, but sorry, this is coming from the heart. I don't. If my words are bad, that's why. I wasn't expecting so much. I really wasn't. It's very surreal, to say the least. That's probably the best word I could choose. Don't mind the background, by the way. I plan to fix all that, but also don't mind the noise throughout my house. I live with other people. It's kind of hard to put into words how I feel. It's very. I'm kind of bad at expressing my emotions in general, but I do want to say I'm extremely happy about it. I really am. It's significantly more than I ever could have imagined, to be completely honest with you. When I uploaded that first video, that was the RE Engine update video. That got 6 views the first night it came out. That was already more than I was ever expecting. And then over time, that number grew. I uploaded several more videos because I felt so motivated and on fire to make more stuff. And then eventually, when I left my account, my DMC and my GPU video, my 6800 XT video, those had gotten like a decent number of views. I decided to take a break because I pumped out 5 videos in 1 month, and that was significantly more than I was expecting. I honestly thought my schedule was going to be 1 video a month. Clearly, I did a lot better than that, and that's how motivated I felt, because I was getting even the tiniest bit of validation that what I was doing was interesting to people. And then on top of that, I left... Sorry, my hair's getting on my nose, and it's making me itch. I desperately need a haircut. So when I took my 2-month break, I was checking in every now and then. I'm going to be honest. I was logging in every now and then. It wasn't to look at the views. It wasn't to look at comments or anything like that. It was purely to test out the HDR. For those of you who don't know, when you upload an HDR video to YouTube, it's not HDR immediately. It takes a few days of processing on YouTube side, and yes, I mean a few days. 4K takes a few hours. HDR takes good couple of days. So you kind of have to upload everything in advance if you really want it to launch with HDR. I'm not doing that. Screw that. You guys can probably handle waiting a few days. I'm already rushed for time as it is. But I was just testing it and making sure it worked. Eventually I did get it working. And I kept testing things. At first I got it to work with DaVinci's own proprietary footage format, uploading that to YouTube. I'm currently testing out H.265 as, at the current time I'm recording this, I still don't know the correct answer. My first H.265 test failed. Hopefully my next one will work, but I don't know. Not that the DaVinci encoder is that bad. It's just I'd prefer to use H.265. The file sizes are smaller, for example. But yeah, every now and then I was logging in just to check on those every couple of days, and it was crazy. Every time I checked, I would have to go to my channel, view all my videos to find the test video, of course. I'll probably put like a screenshot of that on the screen to find that test video. Every now and then in the corner of my eye, I would see my videos gain more and more views slowly, even though I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of uploading test videos that nobody could see because they were private. I would slowly see those stack up in views, and then eventually I would see my notifications that I got comments, and some of you who commented, I really wanted to thank you for doing so, because I really like having a genuine discussion with people, especially with things that I'm interested in. I don't know many people who are interested in what I'm interested in, so it helps a lot to have an online community for that. It's actually really cool. It's something I don't get too often. As far as comments, though, I was responding to them. I was hearting them. I was pinning a couple of them. It's honestly surprising. I wasn't expecting any of that either. But the craziest part is the last time I logged on, the last couple times I logged on and off, my nose is itchy. I believe my 6800 XT video was at like 100 views. I think my DMC video was at 80 views, something like that. I go away for 3 days. I don't look at the account for 3 days. I have a personal YouTube account that's different from this one. I don't look at the official account for 3 days. I come back. The views have like six-tupled. I don't know the correct word for it. But yeah, it went from 100 to 600 for each of those videos, which was absurd. That was 3 days of me not doing anything. And, you know, a few people were... There was one guy who was asking for troubleshooting advice. I wish I got to him earlier. I'm so sorry about that. But I noticed I was getting subscribers slowly over the days were creeping too. And that's why I wanted to offer this thank you. Because I did gain subscribers during this period where I wasn't here to personally thank you for it and make anything for you. You guys subscribed despite the fact that I wasn't putting anything out. So that's really meaningful to me. And I hope the 3 videos I have out today will reward you. Because you didn't have to subscribe. I don't make any of my videos because I want attention. It's purely for passion, and it's purely things that I'm interested in. A lot of the videos I've made so far, I had a lot of fun making. I like looking at Capcom sales documents, though that video didn't do the best, presumably because sales numbers are boring. But that's fine. I really liked the Resident Evil 9 wishlist video. That video was actually really fun to work on. The E3 video, I would say it was fun to work on that one too if it wasn't for Adobe. Adobe made editing that video a complete nightmare. That's my dog, by the way. One of the dogs in this house. But anyways, Adobe made that video a nightmare, and it had to be pushed off for so damn long. I wrote the script for that video way before the scripts for all of my other videos, actually. That was going to be like my big premiere video, but because I was switching so many hands with it, it got absurd. The DSP documentary, by the way, that was another video I teased. That video is going to be coming soon. The reason it's delayed is because I have some really ambitious ideas for it, and I hope you guys will like it. These past 2 months have been really crazy, to be completely honest with you. They really have. I that same day I snagged that 4090, I bought a whole new car. Nissan 350Z, if you're curious. But it's been insane how many things are different now. I even have like almost a completely different setup, and it's been really cool. It's been really cool working with all of this stuff, especially the OLED. The OLED thing is like the biggest thing to me. You know, you upgrade a GPU, that's exciting in and of itself, right? But there's like a middleman between your eyeballs and the GPU, you know? That's where the monitor comes in. So the monitor upgrade, I really, really appreciated. More than the 6800 XT, actually. So, which is good, because it was more expensive than the 6800 XT. Not as expensive as the 4090, though, believe it or not. I am insanely thankful for everything. Like, really, even the tiniest bit of engagement you guys have given me. It's not something I see a lot in my life. It's weird to say that, but like, not that I don't have a support group in my life, not that I don't have anything like that, but it's nice to see people who are interested in things that I'm interested in, because for me that's very rare. And I want to make something explicitly clear. I'm not here to rain on anybody's parade. You know, I'm not here to take market share from any other channel. You know, my goal is to become the most technologically advanced Capcom creator on this platform. And I'm going to hit that goal someday. Nothing's going to stop me. I know I can do it. It's going to take a lot of practice, and it's going to take a lot of work. But those are the things I'm good at. Those are, you know, working hard, it's something that I excel at. I don't really mind working hard. You know, all of the new branding and stuff. This is also another reason all of the comments and stuff were so encouraging to me. When I was working on the branding and everything, I wasn't sure if it was good enough. I was like, oh, I feel like I can do so much better, but I'm running out of ideas or like ways that I can further explore this and make it better. And to be honest, a couple days ago, I was feeling extremely down on myself when I was working on all of this. I was like, there's no possible way any of this looks good. it's not going to look good. It's going to look like I'm half-assing everything, but I'm really not. It's just a learning curve. I think that's the main problem. So when I started getting those comments, that was a huge motivator for me. It was I was able to immediately look back at all the work I already did, and I was able to say, "Hey, actually, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself." That's something people tell me a lot of the time, and it takes me a lot of repetition to really get it drilled into me that I probably shouldn't be so hard on myself. But also having high standards for myself means that there's always somewhere for me to grow. So I it's a nice balance that I got to learn how to hit. But yes, my goal is in fact to become the most technically the most technologically advanced Capcom can't. Sorry. And it's gonna be focused on the PC realm because it's something I feel like doesn't get touched on enough. And to be fair to everyone else, there's a whole range of people who play on consoles. Those people can't be ignored either. And also, not everyone is good with PC. Not everyone wants to game on PC. I envy console gamers sometimes. You don't have to deal with drivers. You don't have to deal with weird stuff. You don't have to deal with voice meter. I hate voice meter. I hope to replace it someday, but I hate voice meter. I hate Adobe. It's on PC, anything that can go wrong does go wrong. On console, it feels like that's never the case. So I envy console gamers sometimes, but also PC is part of who I am. It's part of my identity. I've been gaming on a computer for so many years of my life, pretty much the entire time I've been alive, and I've been working with them for half that amount of time. So it's part of who I am, and it's the definitive way that I like to enjoy all of these games. And for some people, I feel like it's the same for them as well. But yeah, hopefully someday we can stand alongside the bigger channels in this community. Hopefully someday we can create a new niche within this community. And I would love to be the one to explore that. I would love to be the one to fill that niche. And by the way, I wouldn't mind competition either, because a monopoly is not fun unless your goal is to make money. Mine isn't, so I don't mind a couple of competition. If you guys want to make PC videos too, please, I encourage you to do it. I think that's roughly everything I wanted to say. Again, this was from the heart, so there's no script. I don't have any notes or anything. This is purely it's it's purely me speaking off the top of my head, and also sweating because I'm wearing a hoodie indoors and I'm buried in hair. And also the audio might be really bad. Hopefully it's not. I totally forgot one more thing. You're going to see Amazon affiliate links in the description, by the way. Feel free to click those and shop around on Amazon if you really want to. That would help a lot. Monetizing this channel would be really nice. Again, I'm not making these for money, but it would help me quite a lot, and it would help me invest more money into all of my other equipment, because all of this stuff I bought with my own money, so it would be really nice, to say the least. But yes, if you really do want to support me, consider those Amazon affiliate links. I would like to look more into other monetization strategies, of course. I don't want to incorporate ads in my videos because YouTube ads are insane right now. I had to watch 2 of them to see my own video. My test video, to be exact. It's my test video that no one but me is going to be able to watch. I had to see 2 ads for it. So clearly, YouTube ads are insane right now, especially that stupid tree. So but yes, I'll be looking into other means of monetization as well. This is purely of your own volition. If you choose to fund my operation, it would be very much appreciated, but ultimately you don't have to. I don't want to put anyone in a situation where they're giving me money, forcefully giving me money. I want them to do it out of the kindness of their own heart. And I would also really like to know that all the money I make, it's from people who want me to have it. It's not from ads that get in everybody's face that you have to watch 2 of them just to enjoy my videos. So yes, I really would like to monetize my videos. I would like to monetize them externally. Also, the Amazon affiliate links, those are going to be helpful for you too, because say you're watching a GPU video, for example, that 4090 I bought, let's say I make a video about that. Let's say you want that exact Zotac 4090. Well, the link is there. You don't have to search for it. You know, I get help. Scratches my back, scratches your back too if you decide you want to buy it. I would prefer you don't buy it. If you're happy with your system, definitely stick with that. But, you know, just throwing this out there because it is going to be a thing that's in the description. I am obligated to disclose it to you out of principle, by the way. You know, not everyone discloses it, sadly, but out of principle, I am obligating myself to tell you about it. I'm going to try to incorporate it in as many videos as I can, especially with as many views as I'm getting. Clearly, 600 people saw a video about a Fantex, not Fantex, not Fantex, ASRock Phantom Gaming 6800 XT. If 600 people watched a video about that, some of those people are probably interested in buying it. So, you know, again, scratches your back, scratches my back simultaneously. You don't even have to buy the 6800 XT. You could literally just click it. If you buy anything on Amazon 24 hours after clicking that link, I think it even applies to like the next morning, I get a kickback in a commission. No money comes from you. It's purely from Amazon that I get the money from, which is pretty cool. It means you don't have to give me anything directly. So if you want to support me that way, that would be pretty nice. Like I said, I'm looking into other means as well. I know some people want to support me, so I figured I might as well give them the opportunity to do that, which is very generous of you, by the way. Thank you very much. But yes, to summarize it all, you know, thank you all so much. It's it's really hard to explain exactly how I feel, and I feel like for a lot of people, when they get in front of a camera and they're addressing someone, it's like that for them. But I just wanted to say thank you. Ultimately, that's my end goal for this clip that you're watching right now. Please stick around. You know, I have a lot of cool things I really want to work on. You might find it very interesting. There's a little bit of industry commentary. There's a lot of PC stuff. So if any of that interests you, please stick around. That would be very much appreciated with me. I would very much appreciate that. I think I'll leave it here. I don't want to waste anyone else's time anymore. So please stick around. Please enjoy some of the other videos I'm uploading alongside this one as well. I'll see you guys next time.